The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
Silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community, bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
Welcome to City Talk, and I am About Town Deb, your host. I'm here with Amber Hale, GM of Dorinda's Chocolate, and my friend. And we're missing somebody on our Keeping It Real show. Yvonne Murphy, we love you.
Shout out to Yvonne. We're sending you all of our loving energy, as always.
Our sassy soul sister.
But that's okay.
That's okay. So before we start, let's thank our sponsors. Number one, we have FenixMedia.us, Christian, the man behind the curtain. And thank goodness we get to see him a little bit more these days. But pretty soon he's going to make us fly on our own, darn it.
Oh, really?
I know. We don't want him to leave. I know. And we want to thank GratisGives Processing. Actually, last week, we were chatting with GratisGives with Stefan, Hale and Wrye Plastic Surgeons, Surratt Law Practice, and Wild River Grille. And my music theme song, Dee Dee James. One of these days, I will actually, the whole song is written, but I just need to get it produced. One of these days, that's a goal for 2022, and Caliber Hair and Makeup. That's a goal. That's a good goal to get the song actually written and produced. Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff.
Oh boy, it's been a wild ride.
Oh my gosh. So tell me a little bit about, I know with family, I actually on Facebook saw your guys's your family photo.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was
we went into the back of Dog Valley where like the fires were from this past summer.
Oh, was there still smoke?
Everything. No.
Oh, I thought that was real smoke.
We brought smoke bombs with
Oh my
us.
God. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but we went back there and did our family photos amongst like the burnt up trees and whatnot, and it was just really cool. Like a really cool vibe.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
And you had so many people commenting.
Oh my gosh. I feel like
a lot of people loved it. It's different. And I think that sometimes
we wanted to be outside the box.
My show last week, we were talking about I need to get outside my box and I need to close some doors and open new doors. It's kind of what we do when the new year starts. I know. So I'm happy about that. But tell me about the holidays.
This holiday season was a little bit different for my family. This was the first season that our first Christmas that I had been moved out of my family's house. So I already knew that was going to be kind of an interesting thing. But actually back in November, on my mother's birthday, she got a call that day saying that her father was in the hospital and he has brain cancer. Mm-hmm. So the next day, November 13th, she got on a plane and flew out there and has been there ever since as her father's caretaker now.
I know. So
me, my dad, and my brother did Thanksgiving and Christmas without her, which was really tough. Strange and really hard on everybody, and especially her being out there taking care of her dad, trying to get through the holidays when all she wants is to be with her family. So that was a little interesting. So I think everybody's kind of like feeling it right now.
No, I do know. I think we all are feeling it, and I don't want to start the show out on a downer, but
this is the real, though. This is sharing the real.
No, I know, and that's why our show's called Keeping It Real, because I feel like, there's this expectation of holidays and Christmas and New Year, and everything's like going like we need to be happy. We need to be.
Am I allowed to cuss?
No, you could do whatever you want.
The expectation is bullshit.
Okay,
and it makes everybody feel so much worse.
It does. It totally does. But I love the idea that if you could honestly say to yourself, you know what? I am not going to do that. I'm not going to put up a tree, and it's okay.
Yes, it is okay.
I am not going to wrap my gifts this year. Whatever. I haven't sent out Christmas cards since my dad passed, and it was a tradition that our family did. And then, when social media came, people were putting their messages out that way.
Easier not to. You just post it on Facebook.
And I just, it's not, I love getting them, and then I feel a little guilty when I get one and I don't. So I always try to send a text like, loved your card, thank you. I really love getting them, but the pressure it puts on me is it's over the top. And I don't want to be over the top. I want to just kind of live my life moment by moment and not stress about who did I forget? Who did I not do this to? Who did I not buy a gift for? So I love the whole gift thing.
Oh, no.
But
we talked about that last time.
We talked about last time, but I got to say, this Christmas, we kept it really simple with my two boys.
I love that, honestly.
And our gift was cooking breakfast together.
Nice.
That was honestly, and it was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had like bacon smoke. We did a pound of bacon and we did potatoes and, Josh made 2 kinds of eggs because he didn't know which one he wanted to make. So we had scrambled and we had the over easy. And we just literally enjoyed each other. It was that gift of time and there was no hurry. And then we FaceTime my mom and my Aunt Ellie. And that was even more special. It was about, that's something you could do. Yes, you can pick up, you can text them. And we were talking about this last show, to actually call somebody and say, hi, I'm thinking of you.
Oh, I know. When
so
I see
cool.
my phone light up ringing, like somebody calling me, I'm like, oh,
I got a call.
Oh, you're calling me. All right.
And that's a big deal.
What is this? Yeah.
And it's even more special when it's somebody you haven't heard from.
Yeah.
So, so last week we were, this last Tuesday, it was Call a Friend Day. So, I actually on air called my girlfriend, Mary, who I've known since I was 6.5 years old. And she was traveling back home. I'm like, hi, Mary, it's Call a Friend Day. She's like, hi. I go, you're on the air. She's like, okay.
Surprise.
But I guarantee you that she'll remember that because she's the friend who literally will text me out of the blue. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, just thinking about you. Don't get back to me. And we're talking since I was 6. Okay.
I'm going to have to do that. Who am I going to call?
You could do it right now. No, you can.
I'm scared.
No, you could do it. No.
I wouldn't even know.
Before the show's over, you're going to call a friend. We're going to do that. We're going to call a friend. Yes, you are.
Okay.
Oh, let's see who we're going to call. But anyway,
who are my friends?
You honestly, have so many friends.
So I do have a lot of friends, but I talk to them almost every day.
Well, I know. That's good. That's what we should do. Yeah. Well, you can't. I don't talk to them every day. I text them.
Well, I mean, my close friends.
Your close friends. Yes, that's different. We have lots of different bubbles of people. So we are speaking about bubbles. When we come back, we're going to do a toast with some Crystal Basin bubbles. And then we're going to talk about the new year. And you've seen some new movies and we're going to go into that. So it is About Town Deb with City Talk at the National Automobile Museum. We are missing our sassy soul sister. But we've got Amber. We love you, Yvonne. See you next show. Hang tight. Be right back.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to GratisGives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to GratisGives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting GratisGives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
After having my child, I was just thinking that I wanted to kind of get back to the size I was when I was breastfeeding. When I first came in, I didn't know if I wanted to go under or over, what size I wanted. I feel like they really took the time to educate me on all of my options. I've had a bunch of different questions. Hale himself has called and checked in with me. I was really expecting to be in a lot more pain than I was. It was a lot more pleasant than I was expecting it to be.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council. People been saying to your friend, get a different face. And posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, your host, Debbie McCarthy, with Amber Hill, my gal.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. And again, our sassy soul sister, Yvonne. We miss you. We want you to know we can't wait to see you next show because you are a part of us right here. We can feel your energy because we love you. And Yvonne was going to talk about movies. So thank goodness Amber went to see some movies.
I've seen some
Thank
movies.
good. But before that, we're doing a toast with our Crystal Basin Bubbles.
Cheers.
So cheers to an amazing year. And cheers to all of you out there. And we wish you an amazing new year, no matter what it brings. It's time to move forward. And also, so December 31st, I don't know whether you guys know, I know we are past it. It is National Champagne Day. So when you look on my Facebook, you will see Amber and I together. And I'm learning how to use Canva. So I kind of like made us look like we were
drinking some champagne.
Yeah, but we were Actually, I did have Dorinda's chocolate in my hand, and you had a beverage in your hand. But is that what it's called, superimposed?
Photoshopped
champagne glass. I did. It took me a while, but
so cute.
But I wanted to include you in my new year.
Aw.
And I didn't know whether I was going to see you, so I thought I'm going to go back and find a photo, and that was the perfect photo.
It was.
So we just cheersed, and I don't know whether you know this, is that bubbling fast. Because, when you were pouring all those bubbles that came up,
yes,
a standard size glass emits 30 bubbles every second. I think there's more than 30 bubbles in there, I'm telling you. There is like a lot of bubbles. I don't know. I don't know whether that one is true. And then it said, Winston Churchill loved it. Winston Churchill was the biggest champagne drinkers on biggest champagne drinkers on record. Between 1908 and 1965, the former British Prime Minister drank an estimated 42,000 bottles. Who could drink 42,000 bottles? I don't know. Biggest champagne drinkers on record.
He must have had a lot to celebrate.
Well, that's a lot of years, I guess. That's a lot. And then it says pressure, pressure, pressure. The pressure in a champagne bottle is about 3 times the amount of a pressure inside car tires.
Oh, wow.
Well, maybe that's where all these bubbles come from. I don't know.
Like what? That's like 150 PSI, right?
You know that? I wouldn't know that. Oh my gosh.
Like 160, 170.
Christian knows his cars. Oh my gosh. Okay, but here we go. Millions of bubbles, literally. Okay, that was different. That was bubbling fast. This says millions of bubbles, literally. There are about 49 million bubbles. There we go. Inside a standard bottle of champagne. Ooh. That I can understand if you were to pour all that out. So that was your little champagne knowledge for today.
How did somebody find that out? How did somebody figure that out?
Did they
that's that? See, I'm in the background thinking those things.
It was probably like under a microscope,
right?
Or maybe they poured it. There was a big camera.
Who has time for that? Who's I'm going to figure out?
There's people who get paid to do that kind of stuff. I guarantee you, there's a grant somewhere.
Right.
Don't people get to do? We should look for something like that.
That's the job I want.
You want to count bubbles? I'd be bored.
You get to drink champagne
after a while you wouldn't. I don't know how you count them. I don't know. I'm going to take a sip on that one.
Yes, and I have chocolate here from obviously Dorinda's.
Yes. So every Keeping It Real show, we are going to pair chocolate with something. It could even be, you guys have a new beer now. Not beer. Where'd that come from? Coffee. Where'd the beer come from? I don't know. I don't even drink beer. Okay. Anyway, so what would be the best chocolate to go with bubbles?
So for champagne, we always say our award-winning sea salt caramel, obviously.
I love that.
Or our white chocolate lemon truffle.
Is that what I have inside that little box too?
Yes, it is. This one right there, that's the white chocolate.
Okay.
And then also, if you're feeling a little crazy, you could do a chocolate-covered cherry with your champagne.
You know what? I'm gonna do the lemon one right now.
Lemon?
Let's do the lemon one.
Okay, there you go. Lemon for you.
Where are you gonna try?
Yeah, go ahead and try it. So that's a white chocolate lemon ganache enrobed in that same silky smooth white chocolate topped with a candied lemon peel. So that with the champagne. Was it nice? Yes.
Is it nice for you? It's nice for me. Oh my gosh. So what's on top of that again?
So that is a candied lemon peel.
That's good.
So I'm going to do the sea salt caramel because sea salt caramel with a little bit of Malden salt on top.
You already know I love that. So that's why I didn't pick that one.
Also, if you are a cherry fan,
I love cherries.
Yeah, the cherries surprisingly go really well with champagne or even a rosé. So if you're not necessarily a champagne fan, but you want something light.
Whoa, hello. Ooh. Wake up, world.
If you want something, light to celebrate, you can get some rosé and a cherry.
This is a great, great pick. I got to tell you.
So if you do want chocolates to go with your wine on New Year's.
Okay, so we have my red wine. So what would go with that?
Oh, any dark piece?
Any dark piece.
Any of the dark pieces, honestly, I would have to kind of read the... Oh, wait, we've paired...
It's Merlot, Mourvedre, Grenache, and Zin.
Yeah.
Equal parts, Sierra Foothills. Available at Dorinda's on Riverside.
You got it down. So actually, our Riverside store is closed for the whole month of January.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we announced that.
Yeah, we got some surprises going on.
Okay. Only for
cleaning. Only for January. We'll be open February 1st. So
but in the meantime, where do we go?
If you do want chocolates and whatnot to go with your About Town Deb wine and your bubbles, you just go to the Village at Ranchera.
Which is cool.
And pick up the lemon truffles and the sea salt caramels and you'll be ready to celebrate your new year.
I like that. I'm putting some lip gloss on because, I had I'm just keeping it real here.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
So movies.
Hydrated.
Okay,
movies.
I have not seen a movie in a very long time. So what do I need to go see? And what do they need to go see? More important.
We'll start off with the at home.
Okay, what do you mean at home?
On Netflix.
Don't
look up.
I need to learn how. I don't even know how to get on my Netflix. I'm old.
I'll help you.
Help me, please.
Anyways, yes. Don't look up. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence. Oh my gosh, it's so
Tell
good.
me about it.
It's honestly pretty much a spoof of COVID.
Oh.
And it gets kind of political
when
too.
You say don't look up, I thought maybe it was like a serious
So pretty
thing.
much,
Is
this, I'm not going to give anything away here, but pretty much the whole movie is based off of there's a comet, an asteroid that is hurtling towards Earth, and everybody
means don't look up.
The scientists are saying oh my God, there's this this comet heading towards the planet Earth and we're all going to die. And then there's people that's that's a hoach. That's not real, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah,
okay, keep
so
going.
It's really a spoof on COVID, but it never really, there's no sickness or anything. But instead of this virus, it's a comet hurtling towards the planet. And it's just really funny the way that they compare certain things, and the president gets involved. Ooh. And you get to see behind the scenes of how politicians handle it and whatnot. And
so is that part you think a spoof of whatever? Is it real?
Spoof? Oh,
a
no.
Spoof?
Oh,
or do you think it's all from facts that we've been in the news?
Well,
I'm just asking.
It depends on who you ask, I guess. But it's just so funny. You definitely have to watch it. It's something I have recommended it to everybody. And it just got released on the 24th on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
So it's super
new.
fresh, super new.
By the way, I like your nails. So for those of you who are listening on the podcast, you really can't see them, but they're this really cool green.
They're green with little black speckles.
So I'm not sure about the pointiness because I wouldn't be able to get my contacts out, but I love the color. I'm just throwing it out there. So put your hands up on for the people watching, because that's kind of a new thing. I've been taking my collagen, so my nails are finally growing back.
Oh, good for you. That's awesome.
It really does help. So what we have time for another movie. What's another one?
Okay, so this is for all the Marvel fans out there.
Oh, I want to see. Okay, go ahead. I'm
I went
excited.
and saw the new Spider-Man.
I want to see that.
Oh my God, mind blown. I went by myself.
You didn't ask me. What the heck?
It was a last minute decision.
Wait, I could be a last minute girl.
Okay.
Only to certain people.
if I like you enough.
Okay.
You know? But anyways, yes, Spider-Man, the new Marvel Spider-Man, No Way Home. Oh my gosh. Literally mind blowing. It's amazing. If you like, even if you don't like Marvel,
I love all. I
see
love all of those.
You do.
No,
That's surprising to me.
My son Joey and my son Josh, but especially Joey, when we have mom and son dates, he loves to take me to the movies to see those because they're like action. It's so
and it's
cool.
like an event too. Like when I
it's
went,
an event.
I think maybe like 2-3 days after it came out, like in theaters. So everybody was like, it was the first weekend or whatever. Everybody's going to see it, and the whole theater was so hyped, like screaming, cheering, like when like certain characters would like walk on the screen. Everybody was freaking out, and it was just. It was so much fun, like just feeling all of that buzz all around you. And like also, I have gone to the movies many times by myself.
How did you know I was going to say that? I was going to say, you said by yourself. I have never done it. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
That's something else I need to do, but maybe you have to go with me and sit 2 rows back.
Yeah. So when I got my movie ticket, I was like, I go to movies by myself all the time. I've never like had like a problem with like finding seating or anything, whatever. So I looked at the screen and the theater was packed except for 3 chairs right in the middle, like middle top.
Like you had to walk through.
Yeah.
Like,
and I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. So I chose the very, very middle one. So I had 2 empty seats on either side of me. And I was like, sweet,
what happened?
I don't have to sit next to like random stranger. So I'm sitting there, with my soda, my popcorn, getting ready to watch the movie. The lights go down, and this dude walks up, and he was obviously by himself too.
Was he single?
And I don't know. I didn't talk to him.
I would have talked to him.
He sat down next to me, and it's like clearly I'm there by myself, and it's clearly he's there by himself. And then so I'm like, do I say something? Like,
why didn't you?
I see you're at the movies by yourself.
No, you say, hi, I'm Amber. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Amber. Nice to meet you.
I would have done that. You know that.
I know you would have. And I was definitely going back and
forth.
forth.
Or maybe he just wanted quiet time.
Right.
Like you were having quiet time.
Right.
Man, there's never quiet time with us.
It was kind of funny though, because like it was very obvious that I was there by myself, and then it was very
he
obvious
was there.
and we both knew we were both there by ourselves.
Okay, you should have broke the ice. You should know if you're listening.
I always make the first move. I'm tired of it. No
don't
more.
Pound the table. She's feisty today.
So sorry.
So I'm saying, if you're listening, have you gone? Number one, chime in. Have you gone to the movie by yourself? And if you were, and that situation happened, would you introduce yourself to the person? Right. I know I would. I would. So we're going to take a break. We come back. Okay. And then this next segment is going to be all Amber. We don't even know. We're just going to pretend. City Talk, about Tom Dev. Be right back.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to GratisGives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to GratisGives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting GratisGives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m. and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow. But shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
After having my child, I was just thinking that I wanted to kind of get back to the size I was when I was breastfeeding. When I first came in, I didn't know if I wanted to go under or over, what size I wanted. I feel like they really took the time to educate me on all of my options. I've had a bunch of different questions. Hale himself has called and checked in with me. I was really expecting to be in a lot more pain than I was. It was a lot more pleasant than I was expecting it to be.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
And welcome back. Let's do a cheers
Welcome,
with our
everyone.
crystal
Cheers.
basin bubbles. And I love my chocolate. I think, though, before this segment ends, I'm going to have to try the chocolate-covered cherry.
Have you ever had a chocolate-covered cherry?
Not yours.
Oh
No,
my gosh, I'm
not
so
yours.
excited for you.
I haven't. I mean, I have had one in my life.
Oh, of course. But no, Dorinda's
Not
is different.
Dorinda's.
Dorinda's is different. I can guarantee it.
I've taken photos of that many times, but I haven't.
Oh, I'm excited for you to try it.
I'm excited to
New
try
year,
that.
you're trying new things. Oh my
am
gosh.
trying. So, you know what? I'm going to read the quote.
Okay, go for it.
And then I'm going to find the quote because it's a pretty cool quote, but I don't know.
I always really enjoy your quotes.
Okay, well, I think you're going to like this.
Because you pick one for each podcast, right?
I do.
That's like a thing. Yeah.
I do. So here we go. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. So let's open our hearts to lots of new hellos that are waiting for us this year.
That's definitely something that I couldn't use right now as well. That little tidbit.
You know, I really felt that this holiday season, I've had to say goodbye to family members that are watching down on us. And sometimes you need to say goodbye to people in your life that are girlfriends, guy friends, neighbors, whoever it is, because sometimes the energy is ready to move on. You could still be friends, you could still do whatever, but I feel like you need to open space for relationships that are going to help you move forward in a positive life, a positive light. So I felt like, you know, this is a good time, and not just with relationships, with doing, having good, like making my bed every morning. We talked about that last show. When I do that, I succeed. It's crazy.
Right. It's like an object in motion tends to stay in motion. Like you're kind of you're already on that path where you're like, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm going to keep doing these things that I know make me feel good. And
it's one thing
puts you on that track
that I did. So I'm starting over, and I didn't wait. Wait. You know, I actually started this the day after Christmas.
Nice.
I decided, you know how they say I'm going to start at New Year's. I'm going to start it on my birthday.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make my bed. And when I went to bed last night, I said, okay, I'm going to set my alarm for 6. And I may not get up to 6:30 or 7, but I'm going to be awake at 6. Yes. And I'm trying to get up earlier, and I went to bed at 10 versus 1. So I'm really trying to change some of my habits. Is there some habits or things that you're thinking about changing?
Well, I have to say, I am proud of you for not like picking a day and being like, I'm going to start it on this day, for you just doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like people really put too much pressure on their New Year's resolutions. I'm like, don't even title it that. Don't even say New Year's resolution. Just say like, this is a goal that I want for my lifestyle. And if you approach it with that mindset, I feel like you are way more likely to succeed and feel that fulfillment that you want from it if you just, boom, do it. So like you said, you just kind of jumped into it. You didn't set a day or anything.
I just said, I got to do it.
And I bet it felt so nice.
It did.
Yeah.
Because right when COVID first hit, way back when.
2 years ago?
2 years ago, seems like it was yesterday. I don't know. I was on Facebook, and there was this post that popped up. And I looked at it and they said, sign up for a 10-day challenge. And I'm like, you know what? I got nothing else to do. And I signed up, and they were telling you or showing you or giving you tips on starting your day early and making that commitment. And so I was online on my laptop, we were on Zoom.
Yeah.
And I did it for 10 days. And there was this guy who was there. He goes, you know what? My thing I want to do is during this time we're all on here together, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to do jumping jacks. I'm like, what? Okay. I could make a 10-day commitment of doing something. So I said at the time, I'm not going to drink for 10 days. That's not right now, but I did it
Drink
then.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay.
For 10 days. And then I ended up making it like 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And I said, I'm going to walk every day, and I'm going to make my bed every day. I'm going to make a list every day. And I ended up losing a lot of weight. I felt really good. And it wasn't about losing the weight. It was about being confident and knowing that I made a commitment to myself to be healthy. Like I'm going to walk no matter what. I'm going to walk, or if it's too cold, I'm going to get on my exercise bike and I'm going to read every day. And I felt so good. And then I don't know, life happened, because it happens to all of us. And I kind of got in a depression where I'm like, I'm going to go out and be perky Deb, but when I go home, I just don't want to do anything.
Right.
And all the weight I lost, all the confidence, I lost it. And so now I'm like, okay, I need to start back with those simple steps of making my bed. I know it sounds crazy.
No,
but it makes me feel, and drinking the glass of water, like at night, I put a glass. So they said the first thing was finish your glass of water and make your bed. If you can do those two things, you've hydrated yourself and you've made your bed and you've done one thing. So that's my simple goal.
So I don't make my bed every day, but I definitely really do like to make my bed. And when I make my bed, I feel good.
Isn't there I don't know why that is
so funny. I think for me, it might be an aesthetic thing. Like when my house is clean and
I feel
like everything's
so much
out
better.
where it needs to be, I feel like I can do anything.
Is that crazy?
It's so funny.
No. So keeping it real.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Your turn to make a keeping it real comment. The last few months, I have been traveling a lot. And I've told people this, like you come back and they always say you should unpack your suitcase right away. Me, that doesn't happen. I had these opened up. I had like 3 trips in a row. So I have to go on a trip. So I'm just get another suitcase and I'll take those and I'll do the laundry, put the laundry in the bed, and I would just take what I needed. And I went to different different areas. So it was different clothes. And I came back and like their suitcases are everywhere. There's clothes on they were clean, but there was clothes on the half of my bed. So I'd go to bed, like sleep on that one half because I'm alone. Didn't matter.
Yeah, whatever.
But then right before all this hit me, where I knew I had to make a difference, I was having company. So I knew I had to clean. And I literally tripped over the suitcase handle that are out because the clothes were covered on it. And I almost I think I twisted my knee and I bruised my toe. And I'm like, okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just being honest, okay?
Yeah.
Miss Perky Debbie was like, I am done.
You had to clean up your life.
I cleaned up. Yes, that is what I did. So I unpacked all the suitcases. I put them away. I did all the laundry. I put all the clothes away. I made the bed.
Good
I
for you.
vacuumed.
Oh yeah.
I cleaned the kitchen. I'm like, I'm ready. And so my goal now is, number 1, make the bed, but make sure when I leave my bedroom, all the clothes that aren't put away, put away.
Ooh, I like that.
That's my goal. Because literally, it just, you know how you change, that doesn't look good. So you put on the bed or the chair, and then all of a sudden your chair is like this high.
We're all living the same life.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to be real. Is there something that you need to work on?
I mean, I need to pay off my credit card.
Oh, me too. Oh, don't even go there. Georgia will clobber me.
I need to pay off my credit card.
Okay.
It's going good. I should have it paid off by the end of February.
Okay.
So,
this February?
Yeah.
You know how long mine's going to take me? Are you talking 2 Februarys?
2 Februarys from now? Oh no,
that's pretty bad.
That is some real talk.
I'm keeping it real. Okay. I'm not the only one. I'm just telling you.
I want to continue my my self-awareness journey.
Okay.
I feel like, I mean, over the past, my life has changed a lot over the past year, and I am a young adult who is, going further in my career and dating and relationships and learning how to be an adult daughter. I know that sounds strange.
No,
but
it doesn't. No.
When you're getting older, your relationship with your parents change. So there's just all of these aspects of my life that I feel like have changed a lot in the last year. And yeah, continuing my little journey down that, and like I really want to be a self-aware person. And I really want to be an emotionally aware person. And I feel like a lot of people, if they were more self-aware and emotionally aware, they would be happier in the long run. So that's something that I that I think about quite often.
There's my old soul, Amber, across from me.
My other one is I want to take better care of my plants.
Oh, you know what? I don't have plants because that's not going to happen.
See, I just got a whole bunch of plants from a friend of mine.
So
I don't even know.
Were they a holiday gift?
No, so she was actually moving
into
a smaller house.
Take care of
she's
these.
like a plant fanatic and loves these plants. And she posted on Facebook like, "Hey, I'm getting rid of all these plants. Like, if you want some, come by." And I'm like, you know what? I need some more plants in my life, like to spruce up my living room and whatnot. And so I stopped by and I grabbed like 8 plants.
8?
Yeah.
That's a lot to start with.
And I'm like, okay,
that's a lot of responsibility.
I've been like reading up on how to take care of
look
houseplants,
at you.
and like let's hope that I can fulfill my duty to these plants for my friend.
You know what? Okay, you just put more pressure on. I do not want any pressure on me. I have enough pressure.
That's okay. That is
what to put pressure on yourself.
No,
I don't want any pressure.
To not want to put pressure on yourself.
I don't want
to not.
But I
to
do
not
have some.
to not push yourself past like a specific limit. Knowing and like taking care of yourself within those bounds is completely okay. Not wanting to be a boss babe every single day is okay.
Ooh, I love that. How many boss babes are out there? Quite a few, but we all need to put our hair down or put our hair up.
Yeah, and when you want to sit,
ponytail.
when you want to sit on your couch and do nothing all day on Sunday,
and that's okay.
Do not feel guilty.
You know what? On Sunday, I don't feel guilty, but many other times I do. But I always end up getting out my phone and deciding I have to do a few social posts or create something just so I feel like I accomplished something.
But that makes you feel good,
and
right?
I did. Like last night, I did our post.
Oh, yes.
And I was so excited. I had to like show you because I'm like, oh my gosh, can I post it now? I want to post it now, but I have to wait because it wasn't the right day for the right theme.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're going to take our last break and we're going to come back and we're going to continue this conversation, but you never know where we might go over break. We might decide to talk about so stay tuned. City Talk with About Time Dad. We've got Amber and we're missing our Sassy Solstice stream on today. We'll be right back.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit tunein2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb. We are at the National Automobile Museum in Reno, Nevada. We have Amber Hale here, GM of Dorinda's Chocolate, and my friend. We are missing our sassy soul sister, Yvonne Murphy. You know what was really cool? She was pooped out, and the holidays kind of are overwhelming. And she said, "I need some space."
She set boundaries for herself.
How cool is that?
That is awesome. I commend you for that, Yvonne. You set boundaries for yourself, and that is a lot of people. It takes a long time for people to learn how to do that.
But you did that
in a really, really nice way.
And we love you for it.
Flawlessly, yes.
And thank goodness Amber watched some shows so she could talk about what's new.
I spent my weekend watching movies on my couch.
I love that.
No, not even.
So there was this, I was looking up things for New Year's, and it was in the Parade Link or magazine, and 55 New Year's resolutions to try for 2000. Well, this is 2021, but I like these, so I'm going to use them for 2022. Okay. And you're going to help me with this one. Focus on a passion, not the way you look.
Ooh.
That's like a big deal because we always want to look a certain way or be a certain way.
Insecurity is a poison.
I know.
It is a poison that keeps us from going out and doing what we want to do, and it keeps us from doing the things that make us happy. And if you look at it in that perspective, like, oh, I'm not really feeling like, 100% confident in this today. You know what?
You won't feel like it.
You're not like you that keeps you from doing the things that bring you joy. And I'm tired of that. I don't want to do that anymore.
But see, you already can see that at the young age you are. A lot of us who were in my time frame, we didn't really have that that's not how we grew up. You saw all these calendars and magazines, and you watched movies with women who were perfect and the whole hourglass figure, and everybody's perfect.
Well, I think that's still
changing,
a thing.
but I think it's changing.
People
a little
are talking more about being authentic and being real.
It's changing. And now you could see models who look like anybody else, which is really, really nice.
That's true.
And I love that when you meet somebody who says, I love you the way you are. I like you the way you are. You look great. So you're good. But in the back of our mind, sometimes we look in the mirror and we don't see what they see. And I know I'm just keeping it, as we said, keeping it real. I know there's times when people say, Deb, like I go, well, I don't see what you see. Like, what are you seeing? But then again, I look at my social media and go, who is that girl? Like, oh, who is she? Because I don't see myself as other people see me. I still see myself as that 6.5-year-old girl way back when. So I do think that this is a good year, considering we've come out of 2 years of, being stuck in a box or whatever, to really use that time we've had to grow as an individual. And one of these was work out to feel good, not to be thinner.
I hate the word thin.
Yeah, I don't like this either. I don't like that one either. There was another one here. Oh, read a book a month.
Book a month.
Can you do that?
I could probably do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to put a lot of my other social
activities
on the
like
on
what
the
kind
side.
of activities on the
I
site?
don't know. I'm always
So tell me about
busy.
your dating.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
just going to throw that in there.
Okay, yeah. So
What's 2022? Let's see what's up.
2022. So currently, I am actually not dating anyone.
Oh, come on.
And it
For a while you were like Miss Dating Girl on your apps.
I definitely was. And we talked about that in one of the
but so what
shows.
happened? What made you decide to like take a break?
Well, it's not necessarily that I decided to take a
need
break.
some more bubbles, please.
All of the people that I was dating, they got into relationships.
Well, what the heck?
I don't want a relationship.
Okay,
And
well, okay.
They
so
wanted
that-
relationships.
But you know what? That's actually happened to me before. And it's been the other way around where I was hoping they didn't want a relationship and they didn't. So it could go both ways. So like, what do? You wait for the timing. It's about time.
Right. It is. No, it totally is. And I'm actually at this moment trying to be like okay with cuffing season stealing all of my
Wait, say that again?
Cuffing season?
What's cuffing season?
Oh, in like the winter, fall time is when people
What's cuffing?
like handcuffs. Like they put cuffs on someone, handcuffs, like they claim them, like you are my person.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's called cuffing season. When everybody gets booed up, they get a boyfriend, they get a girlfriend in the winter time. And
I
then,
did
like,
not know that. So does more relationships start?
Yes, it's called cuffing season.
I've never cuffing season. Oh, I just learned something new. Hashtag cuffing.
Hashtag cuffing season. Yes.
Oh my gosh. So, but that's a real thing in wintertime?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I did not know that.
Like fall/winter is what
You
people
get
call
cozy,
that.
you get
Yeah.
a date, and holidays you get like a ring or something, and like put a ring on it.
I am looking forward to the new year though. I think this coming year is going to be my first like year out like in the massive adult world by myself. Like
For the whole year,
For
like
the
the
whole
whole
year.
year.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Like my first new year. This is my first new year like out on my own because I was in a 5-year relationship as well.
I remember.
Which I mean, when you come out of a relationship at any age for that amount of time, you change entirely.
Well, I was in the 30 year and I came out and I was
30s?
like,
You were in a 30-year relationship?
hello. Yes. When I got out of that, I was like free. I was
crazy.
like, I was in a cocoon and then I became a butterfly. And it's been 11 years and I still haven't landed. I mean, but it's nice to be able to be who you are and to find out who you are. So I really love that.
I'm still doing that.
Well, of
and
course.
I'm like,
But
that's
yeah,
an
but
addicting feeling.
Oh, it is. But that's why you're saying, and that's why I see when people say, I don't want to date. I want to go out and have fun, but I don't want a
I'd
relationship.
like to date. I just don't want a relationship. Yeah. Like,
okay, well, what is the difference? I have that
So-
conversation all
okay.
the time with men.
so when you say you are dating someone, you are going on dates with them.
Only
And
them.
There could be no. No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
If it's exclusive, it's exclusive.
But you make that up.
But you have to have that conversation. Until you have that exclusivity conversation,
You're just dating.
You're just dating.
It's open.
Yeah.
There's no
Oh,
cuffs.
Yeah. No, there's no cuffs.
There's
you can
no
date
cuffs.
whoever you want to, and they can date whoever they want to.
I like
That's how I view it. So it's like if I've gone out with you a few times, I'm like, yeah, I'm dating that person. And people are like,
But
oh
you
my
could still
God.
go out with somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah.
I totally get that.
Oh, 100%.
I had that conversation.
Yeah. And people who like, if I've definitely had guys or like other people seen other people, like you don't have that exclusivity conversation, but they assume, and that is always super messy. It's like we weren't even like together, and
But
like somebody's feelings get hurt
because you were hanging out more than the normal amount of time. So you just assume that you're a couple.
shouldn't assume.
No, we shouldn't assume anything. You need to say, hey, okay.
It needs to be
We've gone out a few
communicated.
times. We are dating. We're not exclusive, or are we? I don't know if I want that, or do I want that?
So
it's
the
up to
way-
each individual.
Right. The way that I always go about it is in my relationships, and I don't mean that like an exclusive relationship. I just mean like, your relationship with another individual that you are dating or whatnot is be super transparent. Like, hey, I'm not necessarily looking for a relationship, and I like to have my freedom. So with that information, you are now privy to what my expectations are. Now, you can either be comfortable with that or not comfortable with that, but
I
you
get
have
it.
to communicate it.
And that's so important. I'm lucky to have people around me who communicate that very well.
Good.
And I do too. And
Yes,
it
you
makes a
do.
huge, it's up to us to make that decision. Like, are we okay with that? Or are we not? And it's okay to not be, and it's okay to be.
Yeah.
But I think that's where we all need to get at that point. So we're going to go on to this one because the time's going fast. Talk to yourself with kindness. That reminds me of you because you were very good about reminding people about that. I really like that. Drink more water. I'm really going to focus on that.
That is.
I need to work on that.
That's my New Year's resolution every freaking year.
I did
more water.
I did really good for a while, and so my son Josh gave me this. I got this at a media thing, but
you have crystals in there.
He put crystals in there. See, Josh is all about that. So Josh, thank you. He told me. He said, "Mom,
this man put crystals in your water bottle." I've met
this
him
was
before,
my
haven't
son.
I?
Yes,
Okay.
he brought you coffee.
Oh, he did. Oh my God, he did.
He brought you coffee. He's nice like his mom. Okay, the other one was clean out your car. Oh my gosh, my car looks like...
I pay my little brother to clean out my car.
I'm going to have to pay my neighbor across the street. Take the stairs. I do try to do that more.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done that.
No, go to the dentist when you're supposed to.
Oh, always.
I do that. Ooh, we both do this. Be kind on social media.
Oh, yes.
We all, that's like...
Oh, yes.
Let go of grudges.
I don't really hold grudges,
I don't
honestly.
either. Okay. Stay in touch with people that matter.
Yes.
Ooh, try a totally new restaurant. We do that.
Oh, all the
but I haven't done it enough though. Started. Oh, here we go. This, we already said that one. One of these was travel to somewhere you haven't been. And that would be you.
Yes.
I need to get better at that.
Switzerland.
Ooh,
in June.
I bet. Oh, I love Switzerland. I've
New
been there
York.
twice.
I'm going to New York and then Switzerland. Hopefully. That's the plan.
Okay.
You know.
I want to go to New York. Maybe we should go to New York and do the show there. Ooh. So it is like a minute, 55 seconds. So did I mention I did? We're having a launch for my wine at the Row.
That's so exciting.
January 14th. Thank you. I want to thank La Strada and Chin Chin and the Caranos and all of them who've believed in the vision and the passion. And I want to thank Crystal Basin because without them producing the wine, I wouldn't have a wine. And at the back of the label, I do, it is in honor of my dad and also my campaign, Together We're One Heart.
Very nice.
So next week, I'm thinking I might be here. I'm not quite sure where my location is, but you might actually, I don't know, you may want to rejoin this one because this kind of sounds like you. My guest is Alex Stone. She is a speaker, trainer, author, and coach on body language.
Ooh, body language.
Body language. So I'm really it's going to be like, I told her I needed to have somebody with me so she wasn't just watching my body language.
That sounds so interesting.
I think
I'll be like on the corner,
I know,
doing some weird stuff.
stuff.
Figure this out.
But we want to thank again our sponsors. Amber, I want to thank you for being, even though she's our young one on the set, you're a mentor to so many of us,
Thank you.
Because you have such an amazing spirit. And Christian, thank you for being our engineer and all of our sponsors. And we really want to wish all of you out there, a new year, whatever the year brings, don't put pressure on yourself, right? Just be you. Be the best you can be.
Keep it real.
Keep it real. Together, one heart. We've got Amber, Deb, Yvonne, we love you. Be back next week. Pretty Talk, Untitled Chapter.